Hi everyone. Today we are going to see what is the functionality of the crosstab function in Python. So the crosstab function is present in Pandas, and it builds a cross tabulation table that will show the frequency with which certain groups of data will appear. So for example, I've taken the this data set from Kaggle, the Titanic data set from Kaggle, and we'll see how we can use crosstab over here. First, we're going to import pandas, and then I have already downloaded the data set. You can also go ahead and download it from the above URL. So since I've already downloaded, I'm just going to read it. And as we see that there are 891 rows and 12 columns. I have shown the head of the data set over here. And let's say we want to see how does the column sex affect a survived, or basically how many males are there who survived, how many males are there who did not survive, how many females are there who survived, and how many females are there who did not survive. So in order to get the count, what we can do is we can use a functionality called group by. I'll show you how to use crosstab also, but for now we're going to see how to use group by. So using group by, I'm going to pass these two columns, sex and survived, and then I'll create the size of it and do unstack so that I can reset the indexes. And if some value is not present, it will be filled by zeros. So if I simply go ahead and run this, we can see that this basically shows that on the y-axis we have the sex, which is male or female, and on the x-axis we have survived or not survived. So 0 means not survived and 1 means survived. Now, this is how we can do it in group by. If you think that this logic is a bit complex, we can use this syntax of crosstab. So there's a method called crosstab where you can just pass those two columns which you want to create the crosstab for. So basically it will create a similar table. So let's see how we can run this. Yeah, it exactly gives the same figure. It exactly creates the same table. So now it basically means that there are 81 female who did not survive and 233 female who survived, because 1 means survived and 0 means not survived. Similarly, there are 468 males who did not survive and 109 males who survived. So from here we can think that if the person is a female, there are more chances of survival. Similarly, we're going to see some other examples. We're going to see how does the P class or the passenger class affect the survive column. Survived is basically the target variable over here. So if we go and run this, so on the y-axis we now have 3 classes, 1, 2, and 3, and 0 and 1 basically represents whether they are survived or not survived. So similarly, as we have seen in the other example, we can use crosstab for the same thing, individual classes with respect to whether they have survived or not survived. Now let's say I want to see what is the effect of embarked on survived. So there are 3 classes again, C, Q, and S. And now let's say if I want to just revert the axis. Okay, first let's run this using crosstab. So now let's say we want to just revert the axis. What we can do is we can interchange the column names. In this case, C, Q, and S were in the edges, basically the embarked column in the x-axis. So basically, if you change the order of the columns, you can basically swap the order of axis. Thank you.